Hello, one and all. It's Harry Kettle of Sportskeeda.com, and I'm being joined today by a very special guest. He is the greatest wrestling export to ever come out of Merseyside. It is none other than Zack Gibson. Zack, how are you today?
I'm very good, thank you. You okay?
I'm very well, my friend. And first things first, you're currently preparing for tomorrow night's five-star wrestling event in your hometown, Liverpool. How much does it mean for you to be taking part in an event at home with so much hype behind it like this?
I started wrestling about 12 years ago now, and so obviously starting from a young age and then trying to push every single year, trying to go further and further and further. To actually get to a point now where British wrestling's so hot that people are coming to us, where we're not travelling. I've spent years flying over to China, flying to Italy, Germany, Denmark, all of these places. And now when it's at its most popular, when I'm doing the best that I've done, when I'm at my most successful, they're flying people to me instead, and I only have to walk down the road to go to the biggest venue in Liverpool. So it means a lot to be bringing it to Liverpool.
So how much more does your match against Rey Mysterio, who will be competing against, how much more does it mean for you following his Rumble appearance now that even more eyes are going to be on him?
Yeah, that's one of the things that makes this so special. I mean, there's multiple reasons why this is such a big match for me. One of them being thrust into that limelight against a guy that one day, and very rightfully so, will just walk into the Hall of Fame. Probably the most famous luchador globally, Rey Mysterio. Now that he's just being featured in the Royal Rumble in such a prominent role as well, all eyes are on him at the minute. So any match with him, especially live television at a venue at the Liverpool Echo, it's going to bring a lot more eyes to me. And then obviously a win over someone like Mysterio would push me even further in the right direction.
And five-star wrestling is a promotion that's been in the headlines for a variety of reasons over the last few years. How exciting is it for you to be working alongside them?
Alongside Five Star, well, they've got massive, ambitious goals in mind. For any company to try and undertake live TV is obviously a big step. For any company to walk straight into 3 hours of live television filmed at different arenas up and down the country every single Thursday, that's a massive undertaking. So it's quite refreshing to be surrounded by people with such big ambitions, basically, and it's rubbing off on the talent. Everyone can see how big of an opportunity it is. Everyone can see the potential, and everyone's coming together to try and get the most out of it.
And you're continuing to grow as a performer, and you're getting more and more recognition for your work. When you consider sports stars, combat sports stars like Tony Bellew and Darren Till, who are also thriving from the Liverpool area, do you think that Liverpool is once again starting to be recognised and is proving itself to be the kind of fight capital of the UK?
I like to think so. We've got, I don't think you mentioned there, we've got Paddy Pimblett as well.
Yeah, that's yeah.
MMA lads, and there's loads of great athletes coming from around our way. And I actually run a training school just on the outskirts of Liverpool, Fighting Spirit Pro Wrestling, and we've got plenty of hungry lads there as well. All Scousers, all looking forward to making a name for themselves in the next couple of years. So give us a few more years. We've got called Robbie Brookside's backstage at WWE at the moment as well. Famous Liverpool lad.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Scousers are on the up.
Taking over the world. And outside of the Liverpool show, is there one venue or city or town that you're looking forward to competing in this upcoming tour?
I'm quite looking forward to being in Manchester at the MEN.
That'll be fun.
Just for the polar opposite of how it's going to be this tomorrow on Thursday.
Yeah. Does that make you...
Yeah, I enjoy wrestling in Manchester as well, just because it always makes for a good atmosphere.
Does that make your job a lot easier? Just going out with the Liverpool shirt on, going out somewhere like Manchester?
Yeah, definitely, and it spurs me on. I enjoy it. For years, they've been able to, especially the years that I've been watching football, they've been able to flaunt their trophy victories in our face. So I enjoy going out there and beating up their favourites and sticking it back in their face.
And this is kind of a double question. How far do you think five-star wrestling can continue to go in terms of raising their profile? And alongside that, if that happens, is there a dream match out there for you with another independent star, like in terms of a realistic dream match?
I think we're in a crazy situation right now where it could go one of 100 different ways. The potential is clearly there right in front of us. We've got live television for the next couple of months. In fact, longer than that. I'm pretty sure it's a multi-year deal. So they've got this live television deal set in place. They've got a huge budget, which is allowing them to create such an impressive roster. They've got all of these arena dates booked. It could go a million different ways. The potential's all there. It's early doors. I mean, I've spoke with the team. I've seen the roster. I've seen everyone getting prepared and getting excited for it. So if it goes half as well as everyone wants it to go, then it's going to be a huge success. And if it continues going in that direction, which, as I say, everyone's pushing for it to do so, if it does continue going in that way, there's a million and one matches I'd like to do. It's hard when I'm put on the spot to pick one, but there's a very achievable dream match, which I've already had a bit of a taste for. Growing up around 99, 2000 to 2001, Rob Van Dam was one of the guys that made me fall in love with the sport, and one of the guys that made me want to pursue it myself. And he is currently signed to 5-star. He's on all of the arena dates, so a one-on-one with Rob Van Dam would be pretty special.
Yeah, that's a good ambition to have. And you already mentioned that you're a football fan. Outside of pro wrestling, what are some of your hobbies that you have that some fans may not actually be aware of?
I think most people are aware of that I like football. As I say, that I do actually teach at a training school now, and our training school we've started playing six-a-side on Mondays.
Oh, okay.
So we're rubbish.
So taking part that counts.
Terrible. But we definitely give them a good game anyway. We still smash them against the fence a few times. We at least get our licks in some way. But we do it for fun. I enjoy playing six-a-side with a couple of the lads. And I'm a big surfer as well. I really enjoy surfing. So I don't think most people, when they take a look at me, they don't really see that. It's been a long time since I've had long blonde hair. But yeah, I go surfing down in Cornwall quite a lot. And there's Surf Snowdonia, which is about an hour or so away from where I live, which is actually like an artificial surfing pool in the middle of all the hills in Wales. And that's one of my favourite places. So we're actually going there on a little day trip with our trainees soon, trying to get them into. So yeah, I'm big into my surfing as well.
Any favourite beaches down in Cornwall? I know the area quite well. I'm a big fan of Cornwall as well.
Yeah, Fistral Beach is obviously the one where they take all the competitions.
Yeah.
But from family holidays, my little home away from home is Perranporth Beach.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just sort of 20 minutes outside of Newquay.
Yeah. And
it's just built into a little cove. There's a little bar restaurant on the beach itself. It's the best place to go. Yeah. There's a holiday camp. There's Haven Holiday Park is on the hill up at the top. I don't necessarily stay at Haven. I'm a bit old for that now. But when we were on tour doing the holiday camp run, they have wrestling on at Haven.
Oh wow!
So that's one of my favourite pastimes as well. We'd run, if you're on the Cornwall run, as we'd call it. That's 7 shows, one after the other.
Wow!
But one of them goes through Perrin, and it would always line up with our day off.
Oh, perfect.
So we'd wrestle 3 shows back to back, do the show in Perrin, and then all the lads would have a day off down at the beach. So I'd show them around, take a couple of them surf, and watch them face plants into the sand, and we'd go on.
Brilliant.
Go on and carry on the tour.
Brilliant. Yeah, it's a great place to just kind of escape down there in Cornwall. And for my last question, it's something that we like to ask everybody that we talk to. What do the next 18 to 24 months have in store for Zack Gibson?
Okay, it's a similar answer to what I said about 5-star. There's a million different routes that I could see in front of me, and I don't really know exactly which way it's going. Without trying to sound too cryptic, I have my own goals and aspirations. Growing up, I always wanted to sign with the WWE. That's still very much a big part of what I want to do. And all the things that happen in front of me are opening all different doors. So all I will say is, in the next couple of months, I'll definitely be in a better position than I am. Every single year, it's been moving on. When I first got into wrestling, I just wanted to wrestle. That was it. I thought, as long as I actually wrestle, then I'm happy. And then, of course, when I made my debut, then I thought, no, as long as I actually wrestle, on a show in front of X amount of people, then I'll be happy. And then when I achieved that, I wanted more. I wanted my first international booking, and now I've done that. I wanted to wrestle on television, and now I've done that. So I just keep on pushing forwards, and I like to think that next sort of 18, 24 months, I like to think I'll just be in a position where it's more of a household name rather than a whisper on the internet.
Yeah.
So that's where I'd like to be.
Yeah. Well, Zack, it's been really interesting speaking with you today. Really looking forward to seeing how you progress on this 5-star tour and beyond, and seeing where everything goes.
Right, thank you very much. Take care.